Boker Tov, we're continuing in the Shir HaShirim, Pasuk Chet. Im lo tedeilach hayafa banashim, tzeilach ve'ikvei atzon, uri et gidiotayich al mishkenot haroim. So the literal translation, Im lo tedeilach, if you don't know hayafa banashim, that you're the most beautiful from the ladies, tzeilach ve'ikvei atzon, go out to the steps of the flock, uri et gidiotayich, and go take your gedi, which is the young ones, the young goats, the young sheep, take them and make them your flock, take them with you. Al mishkenot haroim, to the resting places of the shepherds. The deeper translation, if you don't know how to make yourself the most beautiful from all the other nations, hayafa banashim, if you want to know how to make yourself the most beautiful, go after the steps. Go after the steps of the shepherds, which is go after the leaders of the generations. Go after the leaders of the generations and take your children with you, and they will take you to the place of resting of all when they rested, the shepherds. The Hey HaYediah over here, Mishkenot HaRoim, the Roim, is the Roim that we had in history, the shepherds, Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov, they were shepherds, Moshe, David, they were shepherds. So go, basically, Hashem is answering Bnei Yisrael. Number one is, you are the most prettiest from all the ladies. The way to do it, because the past question was, Echa tir'eh, Echa taritz, how am I going to do it? I don't have a path anymore. How do I follow your way? Follow the steps of the past shepherds, of the shepherds. Follow the steps of our great Chachamim, the Chachamim each generation, and the Chachamim, of course, our Avot HaKadoshim. Rashi says as well, of course, that Mishkenot HaRoim is go back, learn the Torah and the mitzvot of our past generation. And Ikvei Atzon is the steps, like if you're in the desert and you see footsteps, you follow the footsteps of the animals. The Sefer Rokeach over here, he says, Im lo tedeilach, if you don't know, so lach is the numerical value of 50, lamed and chaf. That is referring to the Torah, which is the 50th level of Binah, the highest level of wisdom. If you don't know the ways of the Torah, hayafa banashim. So hayafa is the numerical value of 100. Hey and Hey is 10, 5 and 5. Yud is 10 and Pei is 80. That's connected to the 100 brachot that Bnei Yisrael make. You are the most beautiful nation because of the 100 brachot that you make. Also, Hayafa is the letters Haya Pe. He was 80, which is referring to Moshe Rabbeinu. When he received the Torah, he was 80. When he took us out of Mitzrayim. Tzeilach. So Tzeilach this is a negative reference. Lach we said is 50. Tzei is go out. This is actually, it was the 50th generation from Adam Rishon to the destruction of the first Bet HaMikdash. A hint to when that first destruction of Bet HaMikdash, Tzeilach, to go out at that time. Be'ikvei Hatzon, which says go in the footsteps of the tzon of the flock. Ikvei is the same letters as Yaakov. Go in the path of Yaakov and the Shvatim. The Gaon Mevilna adds over here that of course Hashem is talking back to Bnei Yisrael, that you're the most beautiful of the ladies, and even though you called yourself dark and black from the sins, you're the most beautiful. And this connects to Limud Torah as well, to follow in the ways of our forefathers, in the ways of Torah. Uri'et Gediotayich is take the flock, the young ones, which is talking about Tashbar, Tinokot Shevet Rabban, even the children, to teach them in the ways of Torah, because once they learn young, then they'll stay on that path. They'll already have a hitraglut. And the nimshal of this pasuk is teshuvah, because again, Hashem is telling Bnei Yisrael, you could come back. You could come back to the path of your forefathers. You could fix your midot. You could come back to the mitzvot. And once you're on this path, don't leave this path. And train your children in the right path. Al mishkenot haroim, like the Mishkan, which is like the Bet HaMikdash, so too the Mishkan of our days is the Bet HaKnesset, the Bet HaMidrash. To follow, take your feet to the Bet HaMidrash and try to train your children to go to the Bet HaMidrash, to go to the Bet HaKnesset. As the Gemara says about Rabbi Yehoshua, when he was born, his mother took him as a baby in the carriage, to sleep in the Bet HaMidrash, so that he could be sofeg, that he could be like a sponge, getting in just the words of Torah in the background. Says the Gaon of Vilna, even in Chutz La'aretz, even outside of Israel, we know all the synagogues and Beit Midrash are going to be eventually transplanted in Eretz Yisrael, and therefore the synagogues and Bet Midrash in Chutz La'aretz already has the Kedusha of Eretz Yisrael. So to bring your children, bring yourself to the Mishkan of our days, which is the Bet Midrash, Bet HaKnesset, and that will cause us to be higher than the nations, as we want to know the path. That's how to get back to the right path. That's how to train our children to have that hidraglut, and that's how we'll be back, Bezrat Hashem, and stay back on the path of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Anu Le'olam, Amen ve'Amen. Rabbi Hananiah ben Akasha Omer, tzah HaKadosh Baruch Hu lezakot, et yisaficha achar b'adam tanosu shneimar, Adon Havetz man tzidko, yigdil Torah ve'yadir.